Superman. 0001 About I Dreamed of Marvel. Yi Meng fell asleep. Consciousness is like a stone thrown into a lake, sinking towards the bottomless bottom of the lake. It is as if passing through some outer portal, towards a never-ending traction. This subtlety of ignorance and clarity. Really, Yi Meng suddenly realized that he was having the same dream as last time, thousands of nights. In that dream, he was a sword. An unknown-looking sword sealed in a narrow space similar to a storage bag. When used as a sword, Yi Meng couldn't move or speak, and all he could feel was darkness, silence, and boring time. In the dream, you can only quietly feel the gravel of time passing by the blade until you wake up. Day and night, over and over again. That feeling is countless times more painful than going to prison. Always having the same strange dreams, even if you wake up, remember it abnormally clearly. This is definitely not a normal phenomenon. It will also make the heart become tired and vicissitudes. And wear down the will for a long time. Yi Meng almost couldn't bear it and was going to see a psychologist. More outlandish things are yet to come. Recently, Yi Meng has also undergone some subtle changes in himself outside of dreams. For example, his hair gradually became as hard as metal, and his newly purchased scissors could not repair his bangs. For example, his fingernails became very sharp, and if he was not careful, he would leave a series of incisions and flat cuts in his desk and daily necessities. It's like a sword. Yes, you probably don't believe it. Yi Meng himself felt incredulous. In reality, he actually began to have some characteristics of the sword incarnation in the dream, hard, sharp and so on. If you go to see a psychologist again, you may be put in a psychiatric hospital. No, it should be locked up as a laboratory guinea pig and studied all over again. This time when you enter a dream, you must solve the mystery of the sword incarnation in the dream. Yi Meng made up her mind. In fact, for thousands of dreams, he has wanted to solve the mystery of dreams more than once. The problem was that he was just a sword, unable to move, unable to speak, stored in a small storage area that was invisible all day. It's like logging into a game as a newbie, having created a character and about to explore the game world, only to get stuck in the initial spring of the newbie village. That kind of thing, don't Yi Meng suddenly resisted falling asleep and tried to wake up. But no matter how his consciousness struggled and resisted, in the dream it was similar to the déjà vu of the ghost pressing the bed, or he was dragged down under force majeure. In a dream. Falling, falling, falling. Keep falling, reaching the destination. But this time was different from the previous one. A dim and insignificant light shone in front of Yi Meng's eyes, and a childish female voice immediately came into her ears. Saturday. How do black holes form? This dream actually has lights. There is also a lowly sound full of foreign spirits. Yi Meng was ecstatic. Could it be that he was pulled out by a lowly? Saturday. Is that the name of his sword? Other than that, black hole. How did he know how black holes formed? Yi Meng only vaguely knows what kind of celestial body the black hole is. He has never been interested in specific concepts, and he does not test these serious physics. But now in the face of immature questions, a piece of knowledge directly appears in the brain like an electric shock. Yi Meng subconsciously responded. Black holes are caused by the gravitational collapse of stars with sufficient mass after the fuel of the nuclear fusion reaction runs out and dies. A black hole is a very dense substance, not only with strong gravity, but also the speed of event horizon escape is greater than the speed of light. Yi Meng stopped talking. What was he talking about? Other than that, whether it is a soft and cute question in Lollian, or an instinctive answer, it is in standard English. Although Yi Meng's English scores in school were not bad, he thought that he could not meet the level of normal communication with foreigners in English. Let alone answer scientific concepts with various professional terms fluently. Without waiting for Yi Meng to clear up the current situation, Lollian continued to ask, Saturday, after a person dies, where will the soul go? This question, the jump is too strong, right? The previous one is still materialist science, this time it is directly idealistic philosophy. Before Yi Meng could respond, Lollian asked anxiously, Saturday. You say, do people really become stars when they die? Or celestial objects like black holes? It's not annoying. Yi Meng was already confused, and his consciousness when he first entered the dream was messed up, and finally he couldn't help it. After a person dies. What soul does there have? When a person dies, he dies, only a body remains, everything turns into earth, and nothing is left. Quote. Lollian was silent. 3 seconds later, there was a whimper, and the childish and loud cry startled Yi Meng. Yi Meng suddenly opened his eyes, and what he saw was not the scenery of his real rental house, nor the dark and narrow place of the storage bag in the past, but a strange room. The wooden house rooms are carefully furnished, and the interior is full of decorative pendants such as girl dolls, which is particularly childlike and warm. The blonde 5-year-old lowly was sniffling her little nose, burying her cute and immature doll's little face and fluffy dark blonde hair under the sky blue down quilt, biting her soft lip and whining to hold back her crying. This Yi Meng, an unmarried person, does not know how to comfort children. Just then, the door opened. The blonde young woman in a loose home nightgown opened the door and ran in. She turned on the main light in the room, sat down on Xiao Zhang's Western European bed, and took the girl into her arms with the quilt with a painful heart. Morgan, Mom is here. Tell Mom, what happened? Quote. Yi Meng suddenly felt a little weak. The little girl sobbed, did not mention what happened just now, but whimpered, I miss my father. Quote. The blonde young woman froze, and then her beautiful face also showed a strong sad color. The blonde young woman hugged the little girl Morgan tighter, the sadness in her eyes turned into a mist of water, and she forced herself to endure her emotions and comforted softly. You know, no matter where he is, he will always love you as you love him, 3,000 times. Quote. Looking at the mother and daughter duo hugging each other, Yi Meng felt that everything in front of him was very strange, but there was an inexplicable sense of familiarity. As if I had seen it somewhere. Yi Meng's gaze suddenly fell on the desk in the girl's room, on which was placed a family photo, in addition to the current mother and daughter. There was a tall figure wearing a full set of high-end steel combat suits with a triangular energy slot on his chest. The cool gold and silver metal shape and the extremely impactful high-tech texture was not fake. Iron Man, Yi Meng recognized it at a glance. By the way, remember that the name of Iron Man's daughter is Morgan. Morgan Stark, love you 3,000 times, is her unique famous movie line. As a former fan of American comic movies, Yi Meng did not expect that this time, he actually dreamed of the Iron Man family. Also, I am in the corner of the ceiling of the room, plus the whole view and convex view. In his dream this time, he became the home camera of the Iron Man family. Yi Meng felt that this feeling was more wonderful than ever. He could not perceive the existence of the body, there was no sense of touch or smell. Only the wide-angle field of view fixed by the camera, and the sound listened to by the built-in radio of the camera. The slightest nuisance of the camera clearly emerged from his brain, and the vast amount of intelligent data generated every second was connected to his consciousness. He turned into a camera in his dream, which is even more fantastical than a sword or something. Yi Meng was speechless for a while. Wait, no. Yi Meng can also sense other things, such as the temperature and humidity of the room at the moment. The temperature is 64.4 degrees Fahrenheit, which translates to 18 degrees Celsius, which is a bit cold for the human body, but it is the most comfortable sleep temperature for humans to sleep. Humidity, 65% now November 2nd, near winter, this relative humidity is also the best for human sleep. Yi Meng's thinking has never been faster, and it only takes one thought to get the data, or the accurate and detailed data after conversion.